Hi friends, welcome to the ninth episode of our Backend engineering course. Until 8th episode, I have already taught you how to build APIs with minimal efforts in Django. Now this lecture is very important because we are going to see how we can write custom serializers, how we can write custom views, and it is very important because in your work, in your internship, in your job, or if you are building something, you will be having some requirements which will be different from just what we have done till 8th episode. So you have some different logics in your mind which you wanted to implement. So for implementing those things, we are going to see how we can write custom serializers and custom views. And believe me, this is very important because if you don't know this in Django, you know nothing in Django. You cannot build anything which makes sense. So today we are going to see how we can write it, and believe me, after watching this video, there will be no doubt in your mind regarding these. If this video will be very longer, so I will make it in two parts. I will explain you how to write custom serializers first, and then views first. But I will see that later in this video, if it is shorter, that I will teach you both these things in single video. So let's start without wasting any time, and let's jump to the code. And one more thing I would like to tell you that I've already told in starting of this course that I'm just going to teach you those things which are actually required while building something. Like most of the code that you are going to write in your during your job, during your internship, I'm just going to teach those things. So that's why this lecture is very important, because it will teach you something which you are going to use very frequently in your job or in your internship. So please be focused, stay focused, and like my video if you like my content, and please subscribe to my channel also. And let's move to the VS Code and see it in practical. So now I am on my VS Code, and you can see our project booking system that we are building throughout this course. So now I will teach you how to write custom serializers, but before that I will teach you I want to show you why we need it. So I have started my server and I can go here, and if I just go to the admin panel and let me log in. Here we have seen that we have built bookings, hotels, locations, and rooms, everything. Now let's say I want to create a booking. I'm not using APIs for now. For simplicity, for better clarity, I'm using admin panel. You can use APIs also to create a booking that we already built in last video. So we're going to build a booking for this user. Let's say for now we have only one user. We can create more users from here. So let's say we are going to create for admin only, and I'm going to choose a hotel in which I want to do my bookings. So let's say I want to use this Rajashai hotel, and now I have to select rooms. Here you can see there I cannot find that which room belongs to which hotel. It is becoming difficult for me. So I can do one thing. I can go to this rooms, and then here I can open each room once and see which hotel it belongs, and then choose accordingly. So this room object 5 belongs to Rajashai Bangalore, and this room object 4 belongs to Nirvana Chennai Tamil Nadu. Means this room object 4 belongs to a different hotel. Now let's come back to our screen. Here I want to book a hotel in Rajashai, and if I choose a room which doesn't belong to this hotel, then what will happen? Let's say I selected room number 4 which belongs to Nirvana hotel. Now once I will do save, it saves it successfully, but this is not something we wanted. In our project we wanted to book the rooms which actually belongs to that hotel, and it should fail, but it is not failing because there is no check we have added here. So now we will add a check to see if this room exactly belongs to that hotel or not. If it doesn't belong, we are not going to save it. We are going to throw an error or a warning that this room must belong to this hotel before booking. So you cannot book a room now you cannot book a hotel which doesn't has that room. So now let's see how we'll add that room. But before that, one small thing I want to teach you here is, you can see booking object 7, booking object 6, booking object 5. This is not very readable, and it is becoming difficult for us to identify which booking is what. Similarly in rooms also, you can see rooms object 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We cannot identify anything until we open this. So to make it more readable, we can do one more thing. Let's come to VS Code. I know this is not very relevant, but you can modify it. So in models.py there is a method that you can override, which is string method def. It is a dunder method, and here you can override this method. You can write in f strings whatever you want to see on your admin panel. You can just write here. So f, let's say I want to write the user. We need to write self.user, and then I also want to see the hotel, self.hotel, and then let's say we want to see the room, self.room. So this is how you can customize your admin panel. There is more you can do through admin.py, but I'm just showing you this. So in bookings now you can see which user, which hotel, and which room is booked. So it is becoming readable for us and easy to identify what we want to open. Now let's come back to our VS Code and see what we have to do now. So now we'll come to serializers. There are a lot of things to handle. There are a lot of ways to handle this scene, but I would like to start with serializer, and I will show you how we can override your serializers. So guys, now we are going to override our methods. So there are a few methods that we can override in serializers. The methods are create, validate, update. So you can check out those methods just by pressing command and clicking on this model serializer, and inside this you can see you can like read this doc string to understand it better. So we can override these create, update implementations, and you can come here and you can see create, update, and there are several other methods also which you can override based on the requirements. So I have already told you that Django is so much flexible to customize. You can easily write custom codes, and it provides a lot of built-in things for it. So you can whatever is needed for you, you can use it at the right time, and you can see in the documentation by just entering into this model serializer, you can find out what you can do. And believe me, the code is written very well so that you can easily understand just by reading the doc string. So it is very easy to work with Django. Now I will not waste your time, and I'll start with validate method, because we are going to validate like we are going to add a check that if this room belongs to the correct hotel or not. So this is a kind of validation. That's why I'm overriding the validate method, but it totally depends on you whatever you want to do. You can use create method also. Here you can override create method. You can write your logic there also. It totally depends on you what you choose. But for this case, I think validate method is best suited, and we can go forward with it. So just write def validate, and it will complete it for you. So now this validate methods take two parameters, self and attributes. This is attributes. Now self is the serializer object, and the attributes are exactly the fields of this model which you have defined here, user, hotel, and room. But you can if you are using normal serializers, the fields that you define here, like the name, everything that you define here will come into attributes. The attributes is nothing but the serializer fields, and in this case the serializer fields are exactly same as the model fields, like the booking model fields. I know we know like I'm sure you know these things because I've already taught you about serializers and model serializers. Now if we have any doubt, in case we have any doubt, we can always add a print here. So I'm going to print the attributes, and here we are going to print whatever is coming into this attributes. Just print it. If you have any doubt, it will be clear to you, like what is exactly this attributes. And also add a print statement here for self object, and see what is coming into the self object. So just add a print, and let's see what is coming. And one more thing that I want to tell you here, this validate method will be always called before saving the serializer. So serializer is used to save data into database. As we all know, it converts our complex data into data which could be saved into Python like databases, and vice versa, it also deserializes it. So this validate method will be called before saving that object. So now let's start and let's see what is coming into the output. So I have started my server and I will try to create a booking from the API. Wait, just write here API, and I'm going to use this booking because we have made changes in booking serializer, so it makes sense to use this API. So I'm just hitting a random post request, and then I will show you what is coming into the output. So you can see here in the terminal we are getting the attributes. The attribute object that we printed is exactly a dictionary with several keys, and the keys are exactly same as the keys of the our model that we have defined there. So in our booking model we have a user which is booking the hotel, and the hotel which is going to be booked, and the room. So we got all the three things that is coming from the front end, that is coming from the API payload. And now we can add a check that if this hotel has this room or not, if this room belongs to this hotel or not. So I'm sure that now you are getting, now you can connect the dots between the things. So we are getting the user, we are getting the hotel, we are getting the room. Now we just have to do one thing here in this function. We have to check if this room belongs to this hotel or not, and this is very easy. I'm going to show you through ORM. And next thing I want to show you here is the self object that we printed. This one, let me show you this self object here. This self object is exactly a booking serializer. I already told you this will be object of this serializer, and it has some context. In context we have request which is coming. So if you want to access the request object, we can also access it in this way: self dot context dot request, or like this. So it will give us our request object. I hope you are getting it. It is very easy. Once you need it, you will get it. For now we don't need request object, we just need the attributes. We want to check if the hotel belongs to that, if that room belongs to that hotel or not. We are in self object, we are also getting view, we are also getting data, the CSRF middleware token, and we are getting user also, we are getting hotel room, we are also getting those attributes in self object also. So now let's move and let's see how we can write our check. So we first let's fetch the room. So room is coming into this attributes. Attribute is a dictionary and the key is room. So we are going to write room. So room will come here, and similarly we can write hotel. Hotel will come in hotel key. If you have any doubt, you can just see here that room is coming into hotel, is coming into our hotel object is coming into hotel key, and room object is coming into our room key. Now we have to see if this room belongs to this hotel or not. So how we can do that? Every time we create a room, let me show you my room model. Every time we create a room, we attach a hotel to it. So now we'll see that if this room is exactly, if this room, the hotel which is attached to this room, I'm writing here for your clarity, the hotel which is assigned to this room object must be same as the hotel below. So the hotel which we are getting from front end below, this must be same. This room's hotel and this hotel must be same. So how we can do it? Our room, if we just print, let's print the current hotel attached with the room. Let's see what it is printing. Let's add here room dot hotel, and now we are going to hit our API again. So let's create a booking again by hitting a post request, and then come back, and in terminal we can see hotel, it is printing Nirvana, Chennai and Tamil Nadu. And one more thing we have to see is this one. we are going to add a print for this hotel that is coming from front end if it is same or not. So let's just print it, the current hotel from the payload. If they are different, we are not going to allow it to save. So let's just print this hotel object, this one, and see if these both are same or not. So currently we are passing Nirvana hotel here and we are passing room object 3. So if we see in the output, the current hotel attached with room is Nirvana, the current hotel from the payload is also Nirvana. It means it is same. So what check we have to add? If room dot hotel is not equals to hotel object, means if both the objects are not equal, we have to raise a validation error here. So this is how you can raise a validation error. You have to import it from REST framework.serializers, and inside it you can write detail room doesn't belongs to same hotel. We can write room doesn't belong to this hotel. So this is the check that we have to add. If our room's hotel is not equal to the same hotel, we are going to raise a validation error. And now if we just choose the room object 4, and if I hit a post request here, I am getting an error, room doesn't belong to this hotel. And this is what we were expecting. I'll show you my terminal here. In the print statement that we added here is printing the current hotel attached with the room is Rajashahi Bangalore, but the current hotel from the payload is Nirvana, and both of them are different. So we cannot assign a room from a different hotel to a user. So this is the exact check that I wanted to teach you. Now you know how to override these methods. So in model serializer, we have overridden validate method, which is a generic method defined in serializer object. Similarly, if I say you have to override create method here in a model view set, you can easily create. And I hope you have done plenty of Python and you know what is super, what is create. Create is just a method, but I am assuming that you know what is superclass and what exactly this line means. If you don't know, please go and study, and if you cannot, please write in comments. I can explain you if you don't know. But if you are not getting it, it's your problem that you have not studied Python, and you can ask me in comment. I will surely make a video to clear all the jargons that you are saying here. It will be very, very easy for you if you know these things, and it will take me just one video to explain you all the black boxes here. So I hope you know it. In create method, you have request object, by using which you can write your own custom logics, just like I had written here. Similarly, you can write in views also if you want to. If it is required, you can write here, because in model view set we have different methods that we can override. You can see create, retrieve, update, partial update, destroy, list, anything. If you want to do, you can just write it. Now let's I think this video is sufficient for you. I have taught you sufficient things to override, and our project is almost complete. If you want to enhance it, you can add more features by customizing it, and customization is very, very simple. As per requirement, you just have to write if else code, nothing else. You may have to write for loops, you may have to write switch cases, you may have to write if else, but the logic is very simple. If you know the logic, you know how to check room hotels, you can easily do everything. And if you don't know, just print it. If you don't know what is self, what is attributes, just add a print and see what is exactly coming, and make notes of it. every time if I will print a self, it will be a same object of this class. And in validate method, attribute comes, and attributes are just fields of this booking. You have to be handy on it. You have to do so much practice of it that these things will be in your mind, automatically set it in your mind. And initially you can just add a print statement to know everything. Be curious to know what is exactly coming inside it, because if you are not curious, you are not going to learn anything. So I hope you are clear with how to customize serializers. Like initially this serializer was just a basic serializer with no other validation logic, but I wanted to validate before saving, so I just overridden validate method. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope it is clear for you to how we can write custom logics, how we can override methods, and we can write own requirements, simple requirements by overriding these methods. In next project that we are going to pick, I'm gonna use it a lot of times. So this video was just to make it clear for you what exactly we are going to do. If it is just like 60-70% clear to you, it's okay. It's okay to move forward. You can watch it again, but you can move forward also, because we are going to build a new project and we are going to write so much custom logics inside it. So don't worry, if you have any doubt, you can ask in comments, and you are going to learn it anyways throughout the projects that we are going to build. In this project we don't have so much of customizations required. If you can think of any edge case, if you can think of any of the case, I will be happy to assist you to build that, and you can also build it on your own. You can try. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. It is very easy to do backend using Django, and I will make sure that after watching this course you will be having no doubt, you will be having no regrets about it, and you can write all the logics in a cleaner way. That's it for now. I hope you all liked it. Thank you for watching it, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel, because it motivates me to build more content like this for free. So thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.